Architect Ledger TV, Dogs plus AI equals early cancer detection. Spoken section. Your dog can smell cancer before any lab test catches it. A Bengaluru startup just proved that combining canine olfaction with machine learning could revolutionize early detection. I'm your host on Architect Ledger TV. Today we're diving deep into how biology and AI are reshaping diagnostics. Dogs have roughly 300 million olfactory receptors in their noses. Humans? About 6 million. That's not a feature gap. That's a chasm. Cancer patients emit volatile organic compounds through breath, sweat, and skin that dogs can pick up at concentrations we can't even measure with conventional sensors. For decades, oncologists dismissed this as anecdotal. The Bengaluru startup treated it as a data source. They started training dogs to identify cancer signatures and logging every single alert, every false positive, every context variable. The dogs became living biosensors. Here's where it gets interesting for engineers. You can't just deploy dogs to hospitals. They're not scalable, they need training, they get tired. So the startup built AI models trained on thousands of dog detection cases. The dogs did the hard biological work, the algorithms learned the pattern. They mapped which chemical signatures matter most, which combinations are noise, which thresholds trigger a real alert. It's supervised learning at its finest, except your training data came from a golden retriever, not a sensor array. This isn't a lab curiosity anymore. Early-stage trials show detection rates that rival or exceed traditional screening for certain cancers. The sensitivity, catching actual cases, sits in the 85 to 95% range depending on cancer type. Specificity is holding strong too, meaning false alarms aren't flooding the system. Hospitals in India are already piloting programs. When clinical data this clean shows up, regulatory bodies take notice fast. We're not years away from integration. We're probably months away from serious deployment conversations. The real win isn't the dogs. It's what comes next. Once you have a validated AI model, you can deploy it everywhere. Integrate it with existing diagnostic pipelines. Run it on edge devices. Create distributed screening networks in regions where oncologists are scarce. A single startup in Bengaluru just proved that the future of early detection might not be about building bigger, more expensive machines. It's about listening to biology first and building smarter algorithms second. Dogs and AI aren't competitors. They're a pipeline. One detects, the other scales. Subscribe for more stories about unlikely breakthroughs reshaping tech. What other biological systems are we overlooking because we assumed only machines could solve them? End spoken section.